Hey, welcome back everybody. I am Matthew and this is Watty's channel. Today we are returning to the my favorite WWF Hasbro tournament. This is still round 1. We are now working on Series 9. Now Series 9 only has 5 figures. Luckily I do have a custom of Doink, but if you blink, you're going to actually miss it. So not too much of a difference between the custom and the original. But that is going to be the first matchup until we dig into the Jim Duggan versus Million Dollar Man. And then the Steiner brothers are going to square off against each other. Today is Saturday. I believe it's the 25th of February. I am going to make about 3 more videos today. And the goal is to possibly post these. If not today, in the next couple days. I am planning on making another review of the new Wave Retros, the Mattel Retros Wave 3. So that'll probably be today's video or tomorrow, depending on when I decide to post that video. And so this will probably be up either towards the end of the month or early March. We'll see. So, per usual, I will dive right in. So, as I mentioned, we are digging in with Doink, an original figure, going up against his custom counterpart. And I can't quite remember who this Doink came from. I believe this was another Pumpkin Man 1986 purchase, if I'm not mistaken. And like I said, at first glance, they are 100% reminiscent of one another. The only difference, they kind of swapped out the left hand, where the original has that palm out and open. They kind of curve the hand here so that it does give that kind of that Pennywise, balloon holding type of deal. So, I mean, I always love horror movies, and it to me was, one of the true classics. And like I said, Doink, he's one of the very few figures I think actually has his own mold. I don't know if there's any other figures that actually mesh up with this pretty well. Now, the overall body, yeah, they probably take it from other figures, but because of the hand, that pretty much changes it a little bit different than any others. I think Jimmy Snuka is the only other figure that I could think of off the top of my head that has an open hand like that. But so, Doink the Clown. What can I say about Doink? Not too much. I mean, honestly, even though I remember Doink, I remember watching him as a kid, my memory has faded so much. I really don't have a lot of history that I can actually remember about the character. With this particular matchup, I mean, I think it's pretty hands down the custom. Not just because it's a custom, but because I think that little hand change was enough of a difference, was enough of a change that it really makes the figure all that much better. And of course, like I said, accessories, they really tie figures in together. And, Pumpkin Man 1986, he really did a fantastic job with this. And, yeah. So, I'm trying to think. There's a couple different names that popped up. I believe Steve Kearns Skinner at one point played the character of Doink. I'm trying to think if he was the original or the secondary portrayal of the character. I think he was number 2. I could be wrong. I think the original Doink portrayer, I can't remember who that was portrayed by, but I think he died of a drug overdose or something. And again, I could be completely off topic or off base, but I believe that's why they had to replace him. And some of the things that you find about the Doink that you won't find in other figures nowadays is the little hair. I mean, nowadays you've got the actual built-in hair, but with the actual material that they use, that is so awesome. Such a unique figure, and to me, it's one of the highlights of the collection. Not your major superstar like a Hogan or a Warrior or anything like that, but absolutely deserved a figure, and to me has one of the best, aesthetically at least. Custom Doink does move on to round 2. And like I said, there's only 3 matchups. This video is going to go really quickly. So I may not even wait till the end of the month. I may actually get these up within the next day or so. Like I said, you guys have been waiting like almost 2 months to see these videos, so I might as well try and get them out as quickly as possible. Alright, so this right here is a fan favorite among a lot of collectors or a lot of Ted DiBiase enthusiasts. Don't get me wrong, the Series 9 Ted DiBiase is obviously, as far as value, I would take this one over any of the other two figures, hands down. I mean, you're looking at like a $60 figure here, where Series 1 is like a $15, $20 figure. Series 2, same thing. You know, obviously with the belt, it makes a little bit difference, brings the value up maybe a few dollars, but $10 or $20 figure compared to like a $60 to $75 figure. So yeah, that obviously holds value to me. I actually had the green suited Series 2 $1 Million Man as a kid, so I have history with that figure, and aesthetically, I just like the look better. So I'm not even going to be talking about the arm punching motion anymore, because I always make it sound like I despise it, and that's not the case. It's just not my preference, but it's not bad at all. $1 Million Man, one of the most elite figures of the collection, and again, he's out of the suit and he's finally in ring gear, so absolutely amazing talent. And I don't think $1 Million Man was ever heavyweight champion. I don't even know if he was ever Intercontinental champion, which is sad, because you are talking about one of the absolute truest legends of the World Wrestling Federation, and one of my oldest memories of any type of wrestler is Ted DiBiase. Natural bad guy. Absolutely love the character. Even as a bad guy, I mean, to me, like a Ric Flair as a kid, I despise Ric Flair as a bad guy, but like Ted DiBiase as a bad guy, you loved him, but you love to hate him. And it was just a fun character overall. He was just a lot of fun. And he goes up against Jim Duggan. Jim Duggan, to me, light years better in the Series 9 version than what you got out of Series 2. And 100% duplicate to what you got in the Series 2. All they did was make a few alterations. For starters, they drilled a hole in the hand, and they gave him an accessory, or a new accessory. So instead of the 2x4, they gave him the flag. You know, took away the blue knee pads and blue trunks, and basically gave him a whole new outfit. And like I said, Jim Duggan, to me, is possibly the best figure, if you're a kid, for play with the Hasbros. But because the Series 2 Duggan was just such a simple, you know, aesthetically looking figure, that's why I have him listed as like one of my least favorite figures. But it's just a great looking, as far as play wise, this is one of the best. And aesthetically, from an appearance wise, he didn't make my list of top 10, not that I can recall, but there is no reason why your American Jim Duggan can't be on your list of top 15, or at very worst top 20 Hasbro action figures. So I did throw this custom 2x4 in there. This one actually says Hacksaw on it. So this is one of those other David Garland off of Etsy, 4 Left 3D creations that I buy from him, that I purchased from him in the past. Again, I mentioned it before, I buy a ton of, you know, LJN stands, bendies, 8-inch figures, but, you know, I also got a number of these type of Hasbro accessories as well. So, and this is just an absolute gorgeous figure. So they took a beloved character and really outdid themselves, really improved it. Changed out the black hair, gave him the blonde hair. Beautiful. Now, this is actually an extremely difficult choice, because these are both absolutely gorgeous figures. With the $1 Million Man, he actually did not come with the championship belt in Series 9, whereas he did in the first 2 series. Now, I still put the little belt on there regardless, because I like to have all the figures belted, especially with the original belts. So I think with that look on there, it really helps. It's a great looking figure in ring. I really didn't know what to think when I put these two figures together. I really didn't know who I would choose, and I didn't expect it to be as difficult of a decision when I first started talking about them. I really want to lean towards Ted DiBiase. I think Million Dollar Man from childhood, even though, yes, Jim Duggan was a good guy, I think Million Dollar Man just meant a whole lot more to me from childhood. But I think the overall appearance, playability, and of course, accessories, man, again, it just blends so beautifully. There is no reason why this figure shouldn't make it 3 or 4 rounds. I mean, this is an incredible piece. So, before I move on to the next matchup, guys, I actually want your opinion. So, when I did the my favorite LJN tournament, and I was actually thinking about doing the same thing with this as well. The goal was to, I don't know, try to keep them in line of victory. So I would take all the figures from Series 1 and all those winners, put them against each other onto Series 2, put them against, basically going down the line as in order of how they won the matchups from the first round. But I kind of did that with the LJN tournament, and I kind of regret that. I did that both times with the 2 LJN tournaments I made. I kind of want to change things up. So I'm thinking about possibly taking the winners from round 1, throwing them in a hat or something, and just kind of like picking them out and just pinning them against each other like that. And if you guys like that idea better, because that really does make it a real luck of the draw type of deal. And because it like I said, it's a luck of the draw, and it's not really going to eliminate, I don't think, a lot of really phenomenal figures too early in the competition. You could have Crush going up against the Yokozuna in the very first matchup, and then basically 2 elite figures, one is gone right there. So, it could suck, but it could be fun as well. So, I mean, let me know what you guys think. That's where I'm leaning right now. Am I going to do it that way? I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. All right, last matchup. The Steiner brothers. These are absolutely fantastic pieces. I really gotta admit, the Hasbro line, when they came to tag teams, did such an unbelievable job with their figures. First couple series, you look at the Rockers and you think, well, this is crummy. The Rockers, they actually weren't bad figures. Not really. Based on, and them being the very first series, or actually I take it back, they were in Series 2. But, the first couple series, you're really starting to work on, you really get your foothold into the toy making business, right? Trying to find the right way to say this. Mold your craft or whatever. Because Series 3 is when the figures really exploded. That's when the designs and the appearance of the figures were really at their best, at their peak, I believe. I think Series 3 was my favorite series as far as quality. Series 11, of course, with all the green card figures, are just unbelievable. Series 5 had some strong pieces. Series 7 had a lot of strong pieces. So, Series 10 is unbelievable. So, I don't know. But the tag teams, Head Shrinkers were amazing. Nasty Boys and Legions of Doom are 2 of the elite set of figures. And Steiner Brothers, again, they are right up there among the best of the best. So, Scott Steiner, he's right there. Like, I think Atom Bomb is one of those figures. Crush is another, so on. They have like this where the left arm is out a little bit further than the right arm. I don't know. They're okay. Is it the best? Kind of wonky looking, not too shabby. Still looks great. Beautiful display piece. Absolutely love it. Steiner Brothers, to me, I still think of them and Legion of Doom. I think of Nasty Boys. I don't care how long, they or Ric Flair, whoever spends in the WWF. To me, in my opinion, they will always be WCW guys. And Rick Steiner. I absolutely love the design of the Rick Steiner figure, even with the extended right arm, with the little, headpiece. He's got that real high school wrestler look to him, and that is just so amazing. Such a beautiful look. And here's a sad thing about this figure. This is arguably one of the greatest Hasbro figures ever made, no doubt. And this guy couldn't even crack the top 10 on my list. And that just made me mad because I really wanted him up there. This sucks. I don't want to lose the Steiner Brothers. I'm going to choose Rick Steiner. I just don't think that there's any way around it. I like the coloring of Rick Steiner a little bit better. I like his pose better. Beautiful, look overall. And, Scott Steiner, he's amazing. He's got a, bunch of figures he's molded after, as is Scott Steiner with a ton of other figures molded this way. But I don't know. I just really love the Rick Steiner figures. So, like I said, guys, very simple video. Nothing too long or drawn out about this. A lot of these recent videos, are looking at like 3 matches per. So, I think that's another reason why I'm putting up so many of these videos back to back, because there's no point waiting 3 or 4 days. It's a very quick and easy video. So, let's see what's on the itinerary. I am going to stay down here. I am going to make videos for 10 and 11, series 10 and 11. I might continue on with a fourth episode and do the customs, but I don't know. I may not do that today. We'll see. What else? Oh, Mattel Retros Wave 3. I want to get that in. There's so many things I want to work on, but I just don't want to be having them all bleeding together. Like, I want to do the review of the LJ, since I have so many of the carded figures now for like Hasbro, Galoob, and all that. I want to do all of these reviews for all of these different lines, but like, I don't want to do Series 1 LJN and then dive into Remco Series 1 and then Galoob Series 1 and then come back to LJN Series 2. I kind of like want to have them go back to back. So, but I'm like becoming very impatient, and I want to do them. I'm so excited about making those videos that I kind of want to get them done immediately. But I know once I post them, I'm going to have to wait, 3-4 days to post the next video, because I'm going to want to give you guys the opportunity to, catch up on the video. So, don't want to overwhelm my viewers. So, alright guys, I'm going to shut up now. Thank you so much for watching, per usual. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I will talk to y'all later. And goodbye for now.